But the reality is this is also an apple. It's just drawn from a Newman projection or a Newman perspective. So you guys consider this analogy. This is a Newman projection of an apple. And, you know, this illustrates how if you're willing to change your perspective on a problem, you could get a projection named after yourself, right? So you can definitely make an impact in the world by just looking at a problem from a different point of view. So this is what I mean by Newman projection. You're going to draw a circle, and you're going to see here that you have to look down the apple core. In a Newman projection, what we're doing is we're actually looking down a carbon-carbon bond. So here's butane, or sorry, here's ethane. Draw ethane. So normally when you guys have been drawing ethane in class, if you wanted to use perspective drawing, you probably did something like this. Right, so this is ethane. There's lots of different ways to draw it. I could draw an eclipse conformation. So this is the eclipsed. Or I could draw here a staggered conformation. In the staggered conformation, I like to trace out these 4 atoms and put them in the same plane. So if you guys can see this, hydrogen, carbon, carbon, hydrogen. So this is how I like to start the structure. And then some kind of wedge to the front, dash in the back. So these are different ways that we've learned to draw ethane before, just the same way we've learned to draw an apple at some point. Now, what a Newman projection is we're going to turn the ethane molecule around and actually look at it from an angle where we're looking down the CC bond, the same way we're looking down the apple core. And so let's look down this carbon-carbon bond here and do the same type of thing. We're going to draw a circle, just like I did with the apple. And in the front now will look like a peace sign, and in the back will look like the peace sign staggered. And so I've got hydrogen, 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 hydrogen. And so the same way that we do a Newman projection of the apple, this is a Newman projection of the staggered conformation of ethane. And so you guys can also draw the eclipse conformation looking down the CC bond. So eclipse conformation, maybe a little bit trickier to draw just because you have to show that it's eclipsed. And so, you know, on a multiple choice, sometimes it looks a little bit funny, but we'll basically try to draw it in the back where you still can see it. So it doesn't really matter if you go from this side or this side, it's just a slightly different angle. So I would just do something like this. All right, guys, so this is our Art 101 class, drawing structures from different perspectives, and this is what a Newman projection is. Now, why are Newman projections so important? You guys got to get good at drawing the Newman projections. You got to get good at recognizing a Newman projection. Like if you see this on an exam, what molecule is this, right? You should be able to say, oh yeah, that's ethane. So let me give you guys an example. Can anyone tell me what molecule this is? And feel free to write it up in the chat. What is this?